Oh, welcome back to the channel, and today I want to see how fast we can go just using buoyancy under the water. So the idea is to build a creation that has a lot of buoyancy, spawn it in at the bottom of the ocean here, and then see how much speed we can get to shoot ourselves out of the surface of the water. I think this will be a great way to experiment more with the various buoyancy parts. Like, we've got things that are meant for water, like the hull blocks, the pontoons, the dinghy blocks, and we've also had things that are meant for air, like the inflatable balloon. I don't know how they stack up to each other as far as their buoyancy per area goes. So I think it'll be a fun experiment to see how fast we can go just by putting some buoyancy stuff on things. So obviously we're going to have to use an underwater seat for this, so we're just gonna go with the classic diving bell. So let's do the logical thing and let's ramp it up slowly. Let's spawn in with nothing. Let's see what speed we get to. I saw about 20-something kilometers an hour downwards, which is essentially negative speed. All right, so now if I do the smallest little pontoon here, let's add one pontoon. This is not even enough. How about two pontoons? All right, we still are not even canceling out our weight. All right, we got 8. Oh, look at that, 5 kilometers an hour. Let's stop it there because I don't want to have to swim back down to the bottom of the ocean. So we get 5 kilometers an hour with 8 small pontoons. How many medium pontoons equates to that? Now, if we look at by area, it looks like it is actually the equivalent area of 8 small pontoons. So this should theoretically get me 5 kilometers an hour. Let's see. Whoa, it's better. Oh, okay. Okay. So the medium pontoon actually has a more buoyancy per area than a small pontoon. So that's actually really good to know. All right, so now let's do a comparison here. How many is it? It's probably another 8. Yep, so as far as hitbox goes, 8 medium pontoons equals a large pontoon. So let's put 8 medium pontoons on this thing and see what speed we get. Oh wait, no, we're not there yet. We have dinghies. Side block is the equivalent hitbox of this. So let's see what speed a medium pontoon gets us. 13 kilometers an hour. Now, I will finally have the answer that I've been wondering for a while since the rescue update came out. Is a dinghy block identical to a medium pontoon as far as the buoyancy goes? Here we go. Look at that, 13 kilometers an hour. Oh, we're going slower now, but we got the same max speed. Wait a minute, is there depth? Okay, no, 13, 14, 15, 16, whoa, 17, whoa. 20? Is it because I'm getting closer to the surface? All right, we definitely gotta, here, is the abyss, is the abyss a good spawn point? There we go, okay, we gotta spawn in the abyss. All right, let's do a double check here. We got up to 20 kilometers an hour, why? See, we maxed out at 13, but it feels like when we got closer to the surface, it started ramping up all of a sudden. How deep down is the abyss? It's pretty deep. All right, now let's switch over to the dinghy. All right, here we go. 13. Okay, I feel like it's the same. I don't know about you guys. This feels like it's the same. I'm gonna let this take me up to the surface though to see if this has a similar effect. It doesn't appear so though. There could be, oh, 14, 13, oh, whoa. Oh, waves. Waves, that's why. The waves are pulling and pushing us around at the surface. Okay, so the surface has a confounding factor of the current and the waves. So that's interesting. I'm going to go ahead and use the pontoons because they have better attachment points. But we need to do 8 of these and see what speed we get up to. So right now I'm in the experimental stage of just seeing, I'm comparing all of the things, and this will inform our ultimate build in which I'm actually going to have to aerodynamically optimize it to get the maximum speed. All right, so now let's spawn back at the bottom here. See what speed we get up to. 59. It's not gonna get us up to 60. Now here, there is gonna be a difference here in the shape. Our hydrodynamic shape is going to change between what we just did at 59 with 8 medium pontoons and then a single large pontoon is going to have a different shape. So let's see if this gets us up to 59. 61. I'm going to say they're pretty much equivalent. I think they're pretty much equivalent based off of that. Oh, look at the air we're getting now. See? This is what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping we're eventually going to create something that shoots us out of the water and gets us a lot of altitude. Kind of like a jumping contest. All right, so we've got 61 with this, slightly better. Okay, so this is an 8 by 4 by 4. So that gives us an area of 128. Now, an inflatable balloon, it looks like 6 by 6 by 6, which is 216. Theoretically, this should be much stronger than the pontoon if it has the equivalent buoyancy per area. So, oh, this actually has to ramp up though. Wait, can I set the starting? Okay, initial inflation 1. Here we go. Ready? 20? 20? 20? Wow, it's so bad. I guess it is really just meant for air. It definitely does not have the equivalent buoyancy of the large pontoon, unless it's an aerodynamic issue. So there's that aerodynamic. There's that. It is worse aerodynamically. So that could be the main factor, to be honest. Easy way to test it. Let's just cover the top like this and see how much better than 20 we get. Okay. It's literally a buoyancy thing. It is not a hydrodynamic resistance thing. I'm actually really surprised by that. At first, I thought the inflatable balloon might have a chance to be better. It is so much worse. Oh, but we keep going. This is something the pontoons cannot do. Look, we're all of a sudden at 124. Pontoons will get 0 out of the surface of the water. Okay, well, that was an interesting experiment. Oh, can we please stop that? Okay, let's not use the air. All right, so what are these made out of? The hull blocks. It looks like this is a 4 by 4 by 4. So I think 2 of these are the equivalent area of 1 large pontoon. So the 1 large pontoon get us up to like 61. Let's see what this does. It's bad. And I think this might be down to hydrodynamics because, yeah, look at the top of that compared to the large pontoon. So let's do a similar test and see if we can get better than the large pontoon with just better hydrodynamics. All right, so now we're much better on our top side. Okay, look at that. It's actually worse though. So far, the pontoon is the best, but we do also have the buoyancy control device. Now, this is the equivalent area-wise as a medium pontoon. So let's do a little bit of a refresher of what the medium pontoon gets us. All right, medium pontoon, that's right, 13. Let's see if this thing also gets us 13. Okay, that's 11. It's definitely worse. That is also probably down to aerodynamics. So in that case, to do a fair test here, I'm going to change the design. We're going to have 2 BCDs, and then we're going to cover them with this right here. So let's see what speed this gets us. Better, 18 kilometers per hour. So now let's just replace these with the medium pontoons, and this will be exactly the same for every single part of it as far as the aerodynamics goes, except we just have pontoons instead. So we got to 18, and now we're at 21. Pontoons win again. All right, well, this is useful information. It seems like the pontoons are the best buoyancy per area. So if you really are interested in buoyancy, which I'm very interested right now, I am going to be using the large pontoon. Seems to have given us the best result as far as the amount of speed per area. So that means the build we are going to be making probably ideally going to be shaped like this. I want to use a flat connector to connect this to the... Oh, it works! Yes! Oh, look at the 99! Pew! Wow! Ha! I'm a buoy! Look at this! It's perfect! I'm a buoy in the ocean. Yeah, boy. So you know what this means. We gotta go from here. We gotta stack up a bunch of these things and see what speed we can reach to shoot ourselves out of the ocean. This is fun. I guess I should just be able to stack these like this. So let's see what the diminishing returns feels like. We got to 99. Now I'm gonna double the buoyancy. Does it get us up to almost 200? Let's find out. 150. Ooh, we had a 50% loss in returns. So we went from 100 kilometers an hour, and then doubling up did not get us to 200, but it only gave us an extra 50 instead of an extra 100 kilometers an hour. If I add another one, is it reasonable to think we have an increase in 25? So should this get us to 175? Let's see. Oh no, 189. Okay, this is interesting. So 189 right now, and I have not done any aerodynamics. I wish we had deeper ocean. What is the deepest? This is called the abyss. This has to be the deepest part of the map, right? Like we have this one, but then we spawn underneath that thing. And no, it's not. It doesn't feel any deeper. That was kind of fun though. Whee! I'm trying to create the skinniest object I can, as if I'm doing a sound barrier experiment where every little aerodynamic resistance block matters. And right now, the smallest area is this right here, which I believe is a 4x4. What could matter more is just the amount of buoyancy. So I can only go so tall before I'm essentially going to reach the surface of the ocean. But I could go wider to give myself more buoyancy, but also more water resistance. So it's going to be interesting to see what pays off in the end. But for now, let's stick with this right here. But let's create a cap so that we cut through the water a little bit better. So let me just refresh myself on where we're at. 189. All right, let's say 189. If my sound barrier testing has taught me anything, it's that I'm going to want to use the 4x4 wedges, and then I just fill it with a light material. So now if we look at it aerodynamically, if we point it in the direction of the assumed aerodynamics, you can see this is our entire aerodynamic profile, versus without it, we were looking like this. So this should give us a lot more speed, theoretically. All right, so we were at 189. What do you think this is gonna get us up to? Here we go. Whoa! Oh wait, we didn't even have time. I gotta respawn down the bottom. Oh, we need a tail. We got over 300 though. Maybe 2 paddles on the bottom just sticking out down here might stabilize us. Oh, that's better. We got much straighter that time. I didn't see the speed though. All right, here we go. 323. 323 kilometers an hour with just buoyancy is actually pretty good so far. We only have 3 pontoons. Okay, so now we move this out of the way, and then let's go one more. 378? Like 377, 378 by adding one more. So from 320, that was another 50. All right, so I'm just going to add a bunch of these now. Let's double. We have 4. So let's add 1, 2, 3, 4. We're adding 4 more. We're doubling our buoyancy. So that brings us up from 378. And let's see where we're at now. 500 and something. 530 or something. Imagine, look at our height. Imagine if we could break the sound barrier with the buoyancy alone. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I'm imagining it. Are you imagining it? I'm imagining it. This is awesome. We already exceeded my expectations. I gotta spawn on land to modify this thing and then spawn in the ocean. This is the way to go. All right, so let's essentially double it again, I guess. Select it all. Now the question is, when am I gonna end up reaching the surface with just my design, you know? So we're at like 530. Now let's see what this gets us. 700. We just broke the halfway point. We got past Mach 0.5. Look at the distance we get out of the ocean. All right, I want to see what happens when I hit the water. Wow. I still go up to like 300. That actually, it let us sink all the way just enough for the tip to not sink back through. That's so cool. All right, I don't do that again. 700. Oh, that was like right around 700 that time. That was different. Wait, we're not breaking 700 anymore. Okay. Can you believe the height we get though? Like we almost can't see the ocean anymore. That's how high we go. I wish I could see, I don't know how deep the ocean is. I wish I could see how close this thing is to the surface. But at some point I'm gonna double this thing up so it becomes a double barrel buoyancy rocket. All right, should I just double it again? I feel like now if I double it, we're going to essentially be at the surface. There we go. It is doubled. Who's gonna stop me? All right, let's spawn it in. Look how tall this thing is. It doesn't even fit on the screen. All right, how fast are we gonna go now? 8. I kind of feel like I might break the sound barrier. We don't see the ocean no more. You see the ocean? I don't see the ocean. I still don't see the ocean. We're still going up. We've just transitioned to down. How long is it gonna take to get back to the ocean? Look at this. Wow. The difference in 100 kilometers an hour in height was actually amazing. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna do that again. 830 or something like that. Yep. And then the ocean completely disappears. Woo. All right. Now I'm gonna enter build mode down here because I need to see where is the top of this. The top of the ocean. Okay, we're getting there, but we aren't there. We can keep going. Obviously, the taller we make it, we're diminishing our returns because we're getting less time for each buoyancy pontoon to be underwater. But I'm just gonna double this again and then see where it leaves us as far as our height goes. Double outside build bubble. That rhymes. All right, well, in that case, go up gradually until it stops us. Oh my goodness. There's the build bubble. Outside build bubble. There it is. So the build bubble doesn't reach the surface. So we're safe. So I probably got to delete the last one so that I can bring this with me. All right, there it is. Okay, here we go. I didn't even see it. I did not even see. This doesn't feel much different. Hold on. This is worse. I think I want to go back. This one doesn't seem stable. It seems like I've added more weight than the buoyancy can really compensate for, given the limited amount of time it has underwater. And it is really glitchy. So now is the time. I'm just going to delete this one and bring back the previous version, because the previous version was our best performer so far. And my method here, paste it like that. Now we've doubled it without increasing the height. Let's look at, I didn't even see what the top looks like. The top just looks like that. That's fine. All right, let's see what this does. That's not good. 700? This one got to 800 before. We're not breaking 800 anymore. I have one thing I want to try to this. I want to try it to this one in particular. One of the things I remember is that Hydrodynamics rather, has the unique property of the trailing edge matters. And because we're going so fast, I don't think tipping over underwater is really going to come up. So now I'm just going to add a trailing edge, just like I have at the top, just so that we cover the entirety of the bottom of the diving bell here. All right, so this should theoretically increase our speed. Let's test it out. 800. 900. Woo! Okay, that worked. It does seem like, though, if I expand sideways, the extra resistance that I'm encountering is offsetting any gains I get from the extra pontoons. 900, we're so close. I would really love to break the sound barrier with pontoons. Not even 9 that time. It's a little inconsistent. 9.4 that time. Okay, so we definitely need multiple. If we start getting close to the sound barrier, we definitely got to do multiple trials to see if one of them just gets lucky. Okay, so now for this, I don't think adding more is really going to help. I'm going to try the doubling up system again. But now I've also got to make sure that the trailing ends of these are filled in as well. Okay, so here's the new bottom. Let's see what happens. I don't have a lot of hopes for this. It seems like it didn't make any difference. It's like all of the gains we got in buoyancy is offset by the extra, the largeness of our profile. It does seem like we're getting more consistently above 9, but it's not perfect. 9.6. 960 that time we broke. Let me just try increasing a little bit more. All right, I'm a little bit taller now. Let's see what happens. 9.10. Man, I think we may have found the limit. 9.5. It's nothing I add is increasing my performance. I need depth. This thing would totally break the sound barrier if we were in a deeper part of the ocean. Okay. There's potential. I need an altitude sensor. Then we can truly find the deepest part. All right, -1, -178. Here we go. It's going down. 180, 190. What does it look like? Oh, it definitely looks deep on the map. This might be the deepest. -200. Yeah, it looks like it's -200 here. I know the waves are the biggest. This is where the variance is coming into play. How big is the peak of the wave when I come out of the water? That gives me more buoyancy before I'm out of the water. So if I get into a valley of a wave cycle, I lose potential. All right, I think this is the deepest here. So let's spawn it in here. The annoying thing is I have to like re-travel back here every single time, but this is gonna be our best bet. We gotta get lucky with the waves. I'm not gonna be able to keep respawning here, unfortunately. Here we go. 1,000? We just broke 1,000. Man. That's so close. That is so close. What if I triple it up? I should just try, right? All right, I'm gonna quadruple it up because it's easier to double than it is to make it go up by 1/3. All right, there we go. I've doubled up the buoyancy. Let me just see what I get in the abyss because it's an easy spawn point. Oh! Did I see 1,200? Are we gonna do this right now? I swear I saw 1,200. I saw 1,200. We are that close. Like, timing, luck right now is everything. Wait, I saw 2,000. Did I see 2,000 there? Why am I seeing 2,000 and I'm not seeing the sound barrier get broken? We are supersonic right now. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. I have to get a sonic boom. I think it's because I'm spawning with the spawn functionality. I think I need to go into build mode. I'm gonna save this now. All right, let's go as far back down as we can. There we go. All right. This is it. If this doesn't work, I think we're like too fast for the sound barrier to register. Here we go. Oh no, 1,000 again. Dang it. Okay, another attempt. Really nothing to do but to try. Here we go. It's like capping out at 1,000. Dang it. All right, the only thing I can think, I'm just gonna try adding a little bit more. Okay, I think we are all set. I've increased the buoyancy. Let's see if it works. 3, 2, 1. I think we've reached the cap. I swear we broke 2,000 at one point though. So I don't know if I want to claim it despite not getting the supersonic, the sonic boom. We got further with this concept than I ever imagined. If we were deeper, we would definitely break the sound barrier. Like, no doubt about it. But this is the deepest we can go here, unfortunately. So there you go. I hope you learned a lot about buoyancy and Trailmakers in this episode. And if you enjoyed it, you'll probably enjoy some more stuff that you can find right here on the end screen. Hope this video has earned your subscription. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.